refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another great episode of FFC. That's right. FFC is brought to you one in part by Stranger Things. That's right, people. Yes, I'm so excited. Stranger Things drops next Tuesday on Baby Girl's 7th birthday. I'm excited. I can't wait for season 5. Oh, what's going to happen to Will Byers? They better not kill off Steve. I can't wait. And I think old boy's coming back as a vampire. But that's another thing. But yeah, I'm so excited for this movie or for this show. Very, very, very big fan of Stranger Things. So guys, please, if you are a fan, we will be watching on next week. So I'm excited. But that is next week. Today we are here for what? Week 12. That's right. NFL fantasy football, baby. We are here. We are in week 12. We got what? Week 12, week 13, week 14. Some people may have a 15. Some people may have that extra week. But in hindsight, playoffs actually do start in 4 weeks. You got 3 games left, and then the playoffs start. So good luck to everybody if you are still hunting, or if you're still in the hunt for the playoffs, if you're still grinding for the playoffs, if you are out of the playoffs, come over here with Coach. Hang out with me. You ain't got nowhere to go. You got nothing to do. You lost. You lost, sir. Good day. Okay. And then we just try again next year. That's all we can do. All right. But for those of you who are still in this dogfight, congratulations. Good luck. It's going to be a rough 3 weeks because now we are in week 12. And normally between the weeks of 12 and 14, 15, for the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to see a different style of football, like across the board. Meaning if teams have a seat, they're going to play a little different to hold the seat. They're going to play. Points are going to be low. Touchdowns are going to be low. A lot of the guys that you expect to do what you need to do this week may not do it because if they are already with a record that could be in the playoffs, right? They're going to play a different style of ball. You're probably going to see more heavier defenses, more running. So a lot of you guys that are littered with wide receivers, especially these number ones, they could see less targets for the next few weeks, which then hurts a lot of people going into the Super Bowl because why? The last 2 weeks, not a lot of starters played. So these next 5 to 6 weeks are going to be very crucial between playoffs and the Super Bowl. So good luck. Okay, good luck because the style of football for the next 3 weeks, it's just going to change. For instance, if you have Genty is out. We've tried. If you've had Genty all season, he's probably been on your bench for most of the time. It just doesn't look like it's going to be anything this year. Gino can't throw the ball. He has 12 touchdowns. He has 13 interceptions. Like it's bad over there in Raiders land. So if he's droppable. I mean, he should have been dropped 3-4 weeks ago. We rode the train, honestly, a little too long waiting, and it just didn't pop off like we wanted to. All the other rookies so far are doing what they need to do at this juncture of the season. We could see another big game from Travion Henderson. Not 3 touchdowns, but maybe 1 touchdown for 80 yards, like 80 yards rushing. He could catch 2 if he catches another one in the end zone. Who else? You're going to see some more running from Bijan in Atlanta. Actually, I take that back. Atlanta is going to have more of a mixed offense because Kirk Cousins is going to be behind him. And mind you, he has a week to prepare, so hopefully it's going to look a little bit better than the first time he came back in. I don't know if age caught up with Kirk yet, so we'll find out. We'll find out in this back half of the season what Atlanta can do with Kirk Cousins. If it's anything close to what he did last year, again, if you need a wide receiver, Darnell Mooney might still be on the waiver wires. He loves targeting Darnell Mooney, so that might be another route you could go. I would stash right now just because I don't know what it will actually look like with Kirk Cousins coming in, this late in the season. He hasn't played football since I think around this time last year when they benched him for no reason because he had a few bad games and they got scared they were going to miss the playoffs, so they put in Michael Penix like that was going to do anything different. And what happened? Oh, you missed the playoffs. You should have stayed where you were. Should have stayed where you were. Look, I can't even talk crap. Anyway, all right, so we are here for week 12. Let me pull up my sheet and let's go over these games for week 12. Let's see here. All right, let's see. We got some games this week. We got tomorrow. We have I don't know. I think this game might be pretty boring, to be quite honest with you. But we have Bills and the Texans. Texans are home tomorrow. Bills will win this game, maybe 24-10. CJ Stroud may play Thursday night. I'm not. Let me go see. Let's go look and see what this. He had to. I mean, he's in a concussion protocol, so he would have had to have practiced yesterday, Monday. He would have had to practice Monday. No, Tuesday. Sorry, they don't practice on Monday. He would have had to have practiced on Tuesday. And today, obviously, in order for him to play on a short week on Thursday. But he's been in the. They got him out. He's out. He's not coming back until 11:30. So he will not play tomorrow night. It's going to be Davis Mills again. So I would start Nico Collins. I do like Nico with Davis Mills. His numbers have been extraordinary ever since Davis Mills has taken the helmet quarterback. And it's no indictment to CJ Stroud. Their offense, how they work things together because they're missing pieces, is struggling. Davis Mills is a different offensive package, okay? So the offense is working for him right now. There's no film on him right now. That's why it's looking kind of good. The minute a defense gets enough tape on Davis Mills the rest of the season, you're going to see a change in how he's able to run. You're going to see a change in how often he actually feeds Nico Collins. That's what you're going to see a change in. He's running easy routes to get open, which is fine. He's a great receiver. So it's working right now. Will it work this weekend on a Thursday night? Yeah, it will. I see Nico Collins for at least 4 catches for 75 yards. My only problem is I don't know if he'll get in the end zone with that. That's my only issue with Nico Collins. For me, if you got a better receiver, I would play that other receiver. If Nico Collins is what you have, or if you can at least put him in the flex, yeah, I don't mind flexing Nico Collins on Thursday night. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, so we have Steelers versus the Bears at 1 o'clock. Steelers are on the road. I do like. Is Aaron Rodgers out? I think so. I think he is. Don't think he's going to play this week. He's questionable. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Steelers. No, I'm gonna go with Chicago. I'm gonna go with Chicago. I think Chicago's team is built better than the Steelers. Um, where's my damn- oh, there we go. Yeah, I think the Bears team completely is better than the Steelers. Steelers defense doesn't even look the same anymore. Um, I'm gonna go with Chicago at home. Yeah, I'm gonna take Chicago at home on this one. Colts and the Chiefs. This is a oh, this is a good game here. Chiefs are 5-5. I just don't think they can fall to 5-6. They have to find a way to mount these Colts. I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs at home in this game. They have to find a way to win this game. They gotta hopefully they can hold Jonathan Taylor, and I think this is a game they can do it. I'm gonna say Chiefs 27, Colts 24. I think it'll be a pretty close game. Vikings, Packers. I'm gonna ride with the Packers on this one. They're riding high right now. Give me the Packers at home. JJ McCarthy is looking pretty soft as he should. He's a soft quarterback. I have nothing good to say about JJ McCarthy. I'm sorry. I don't like him as a quarterback. I think he's really soft. Giants and the Lions. We got the Lions at home. We get the Lions at home against Jameis Winston. Jets, Ravens. Give me the Ravens at home against the Jets. Like I said, the Ravens had from when they won that game at home. Who they played? Miami. When they beat Miami at home or on the road, well, I say at home because Lamar was home. I told you from there they was going to go on a winning streak. So give me their toughest part of this winning streak was the Browns. They beat the Browns. Give me the Ravens against the Jets. Absolutely. Patriots, Bengals. Give me the Patriots on the road against the Bengals. Seahawks and Titans. Seahawks need to mount back after that loss. So give me the Seahawks against the Titans on the road. On the road. Jacksonville Jaguar versus the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are hot garbage. Man, I had trolls coming here last week just ripping me to shreds because of how bad my take was on Kyler Murray and these Arizona Cardinals. And I haven't seen them since. Have you guys? Chat, you seen them trolls? I haven't seen them. Flooded the chat with nothing but negativity. Just to be wrong. But you know what I got for that negativity? I got views. I got comments. What more could I ever ask for? You know what I mean? Thank you, trolls. But yeah, Jacksonville will beat the Cardinals. Browns and the Raiders. Oh boy, if Shadeer plays in this game, if he starts in this game, and if he's properly prepared, he should beat the Raiders. The Browns should beat the Raiders in this game. The Raiders are bad. Okay, the Raiders are absolutely bad. If the Browns lose to the Raiders, the Browns coach needs to be fired because he is an incompetent coach if they cannot beat the Raiders. I'm so sorry to say that. You've gone through 3 quarterbacks. You have been unsuccessful in every realm. If your third quarterback, who you've given no first team reps to this entire season, cannot go out here and beat the Raiders. If you can't do it, you deserve to be fired because you have not handled this team well as a head coach. You have not managed this team well as a head coach. You have not led this team properly as a head coach. You have done nothing to your job substantial for the Browns to have a winning season. Nothing at all, sir. You've done nothing. What you have done is you've just sat there and you just let things fall where they fall, and then you just make decisions when you have to make a decision. That, sir, is not leadership. That, sir, is a yes man. We don't want yes men in the NFL. Okay? We don't like those guys. Those guys turns out to be 20-year Jeff Fishers with 2 winning seasons. Now, we don't want those. Those types of people are a stain to the NFL and the product that we are trying to produce here for the fans. So, if the Browns cannot go into Las Vegas on the road like every other team has done, and if they cannot beat the said Raiders in their own home like every other team has done, you, sir, do not deserve a job for the Cleveland Browns. And at this point of my age, my heartache for certain teams in the NFL, because I've been watching for so long, to the point, the last time I saw the Browns have a 10-win season was with a quarterback named Derek Anderson. And they still didn't even make it to the playoffs with a 10-win record. The Browns have not had a winning record since said Derek Anderson's days. Bro, that's a long time. Hey, Google, when did Derek Anderson play for the Cleveland Browns?
Derek Anderson was drafted on October 9th, 2018, 2011 in August.
No, that's the wrong year. That's the wrong. I might be saying the wrong person. What? Okay, Google. What Browns quarterback had a 10-win record? I don't think it was Derek Anderson. Or it could have been.
Oh, here's some helpful information I found on the web.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brian. No, it could have been Brian Hoyer. That might have been Brian Hoyer. Maybe it was Brian Hoyer. I swear it was Derek Anderson. No, I have to go do my research. It might have been. I think it was Derek Anderson. Where is it? Derek Anderson, Cleveland Browns. Right, he did play for the Browns. But what year? Where are you? Where are you? I'll find it. And now I'm stuck on the research, so I can make sure I got the right information. There it is. That's what I was looking for. I knew it was a long time ago. All right. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? See, it was in 2017-18. He was in Panthers, so that's not what I'm looking for, because he was behind Cam Newton in that time, and he was in Arizona for a little bit. That's not what I'm. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? What the hell just happened? Two 2007. There it is. I knew I was right. All right. Had to take a minute. Had to do a little typing, had to do a little research. But as I was correct, the Browns have not had a winning record since 2007. And we are in 2025. So I think it is set time. The Browns really do some work or sell the team, because here's the thing. How long are the fans for Cleveland going to basically sit here and be a dog show? Like, it's not fair. Like, certain times organizations try to find ways to just be better. They make moves. They make sacrifices. What have the Cleveland Browns done in any fashion besides throw a buttload of money at a player who has not played football since he's gotten the money? Like, the Browns just haven't been good in a long time. They had a slight like positiveness when Baker was there, and they ruined it with Freddie Kitchens' sorry ass as a head coach. The Browns just need they really need a leader in this organization that the fan base can trust, because golly, bro, I feel bad for the Browns. This is an organization I actually feel bad for. Like, it's like a curse. They just can't win football games. Again, they had a 10-6 record and missed the playoffs. Still didn't make the playoffs. That was like the only thing they had on that year was a winning record. And then Derek Anderson played like horrible the next year. Then they got rid of him, I think, after that. So I feel bad for the Browns. And I wish there was somebody that really came in and loved the sport of football and loved the organization enough that really took their time and put their intelligence together on how to properly build this team for the fans. Like, you're making fans come here to the stadium to watch you guys lose. Every year, by the way. Like, this isn't just this year. This is since 2007, the Browns have not been good. Every team in that division has found a way to get better, except the Browns. No light, no energy. What, just Myles Garrett? Is it? You overpaid. Only reason I say you overpaid, you gave him a lot of money to stay because he was ready to go. And this is basically all you have. It's sacks. That's it. Nothing else coming from this team, just sacks. So, again, if Sanders comes into this game against the Raiders and is not well prepared, you will know if he's prepared. You will know if it's him or if it's the staff. And if it's anywhere inclined on the staff, guys, I'm sorry. This coach has no business being a head coach in the NFL. Point blank. Next, we have Eagles Cowboys. Ooh. Cowboys have picked up some steam. Is this their first or second meetup? Let's go look real quick. Eagles. This is the second meetup because they played week one. That's right. And they lost because Cowboys don't win in week one. When they get. Was that right? Was that right? You serious? Where are y'all? I know they played first. Yeah, Eagles won 24-20. All right. So this is the second game. I don't see the Eagles winning this one. I don't think the Eagles are going to take two games on this. So give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys at home. Give me the Cowboys at home against the Eagles. Falcons, Saints. And it'll be what, the Eagles' third loss? Whoop-dee-doo. Like I said, I had them winning, losing 4 or 5. And they're like well within that cap. Falcons and the Saints. Yeah, this is the second time because they played, I think, not last week, the week prior to that. So this is their second game, and the Saints are at home. Now we have Kirk Cousins behind and not Michael Penix. So we should have a different outcome. So give me the Falcons. This, again, because I took them the first time and they lost. So give me the Falcons against the Saints on the road. And another tough one. Bucks are playing some tough basketball this back half of the season. Bucks versus the Rams, Sunday Night Football. Put the lights on Baker Mayfield. Give me Baker for the win. Give me Baker Mayfield. Give me the Bucks for the win on Thursday night on the road in SoFi Stadium. Yeah, I'm taking the Bucks. Monday night, Panthers, 49ers. Give me the 49ers at home on Monday Night Football versus the Carolina Panthers. All right, chat, real quick. I see we got a lot to talk about here in just a moment, so I'm going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we will dive right into these comments and get some questions answered for you guys and have a wonderful, wonderful back half of the show. So, quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, they never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah, no time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah, refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah, no time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah, refuse.
All right, welcome back. So right before we go into the chats and start talking in the comment section, real quick. So I did put this on pause because this is around the time of the year where we do need to take a look. But right now we do have the AFC playoff picture as it stands today. We have the Broncos in first place with a bye week, so they have the number 1 seed as it stands. Patriots have the number 2 seed at 9-2, tied with the Broncos. The Colts are at number 3 at 8-2, which could change with the Steelers at 6-4 because they play each other. This is the Colts versus it's the Colts versus was it Colts Steelers? No, Colts Chiefs. Chiefs need this win. So the Chiefs need to beat the Colts. With the Colts being in third place right now because the Chiefs are in 9th place, lurking. You have the Steelers in 4th place at 6-4. They need to be very, very, very careful as the Ravens are lurking at 5-5 in the 10th spot. You have the Bills in 5th place in the wild card at 7-3. So everybody above the Bills needs to be careful because they will beat the Texans, pushing the Texans completely out of the playoff picture because they're lurking at 5-5. But after tomorrow night, they won't be. The Bills will be 8-3, which puts the Colts and the Steelers in danger if they lose this week. Okay, so then you have the Chargers at 6. They're going to lose that spot. They're ass. They're going to lose that spot. And you got number 7. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars. They could hold on to their spot due to how easy the back half of their schedule is. So we will see. Hey, you all remember when we said the 49ers? And I came out and said it because, I mean, as the record, I mean, as the schedule came out on paper, like it was the easiest thing I ever looked at. Remember how we said the 49ers had the easiest last 7 games? With the way their team has been looking, I wonder if it will be this now. Like, I wonder if any one of those teams now can actually beat the 49ers. And if they can't, that actually means the 49ers end up being back in the playoffs. Now, this was the AFC standings. Let me see if they got the NFC. Because that was just the AFC standings. Let's see. Let's fast forward. I don't like the way the Broncos are playing football, and they're in first place. That's crazy. So it don't matter what I like. They know what they're doing. So did they only do? Where's the NFC? I know they gotta have NFC. Or are they just still talking about the AFC? Well, good morning, football family. So let's go look it up myself. Let's see. NFC playoff picture. All right. So for the NFC, all right. So as of now, you got Detroit at number 1. Wait, that can't be right. That might be. But that's not what I'm looking for. Give me a better picture. All right, here we go. NFC. It should be Philly on top. Thank you. I don't know why they had. So, okay. So we got Philly on top at number 1 and the number 1 seed with the bye week. If it stands at 8-2, you have too loud. So sorry. You have the Los Angeles Rams at the number 2 seed at 8-2. Chicago Bears are the number 3 seed at 7-3. Tampa Bay has dropped to the 4th seed at 6-4. And they definitely have to win this game against the Rams. They have to. If they lose against the Rams, I actually think Tampa Bay drops to the bottom. Is there another team? No. So everybody else in that division is not good. So they should be okay. But dropping to the bottom means they won't have home field advantage when they play the Ravens, and I think they need when they play the Rams again. And here's the thing: that is who is going to determine who goes to the Super Bowl. If the Bucs get there and they have home field advantage in the NFC Championship game, which they have to beat they have to beat the Rams this week in order to do that, because they will jump up via win-loss, like we beat you, so we get the spot. You know, that's how that works. So obviously they also need to have a better, close to or a better record than the Rams at the end of the season. But they have to beat the Rams this week. If not, if the Rams win this game this week against the Bucs, the Rams will have the number 2 seed. The Rams will have home field advantage in the not the AFC Championship game. That game is going to be hosted by Philly. Because Philly's going to have a bye week if they finish off, so they're going to be hosted in the NFC Championship game. It'll be the second round game between the Rams and the Bucs to go see Philly. It has to be whoever has home field advantage. So if the Rams have home field advantage in that second round against the Bucs, the Rams are going to see Philly. If the Rams are going to go see Philly, I do believe the Rams go to the Super Bowl. If the Bucs go see Philly, I believe Philly goes to the Super Bowl. I think that's how that works in the NFC. Seattle at number 5 at 7-3. Green Bay is 6-3-1 at number 6, and San Francisco 49ers, who have one of the most struggling teams right now, just because of in and out injuries. They're 7-4. They're making it work with 7-4. They got the quarterback back, and you might see, because again, like I said, the last 7 games are like the easiest you'll see. Again, they got the Panthers, the Browns, the Titans, not the Colts. The Colts are good. Bears could give them problems. Seahawks are a division game. So, and they could actually give the Seahawks some problems. So, their schedule, I don't think it's as easy as it once was looked at the beginning of the season. These last games are going to be pretty, I guess I would say tough, but I would say even. They can 1, 2, 3. They can go 3-3 to finish the season. So that will be what? 10-7. Which isn't bad. They can go 3-3 to finish the season, or they can go 4-2. I do think at most they'll lose 2 of these games. So they could be, again, 10-7 or 11-6. Let's go see what I have, man. Just for icks and giggles. San Francisco. Ha! Nowhere near that. I had them at 14-3. But again, I didn't see all these injuries getting riddled all over their team either. So, but they've been playing, even with the injuries, again, they're playing great football. All right, so those are the playoff standings as of right now. So we'll just keep a look on that, keep an eye on that as the weeks continue to go. But this is again, that's why I said weeks 12, 13, and 14 are going to be some ugly football, guys, because teams that have spots are going to hold. Like, for instance, this Bucks and Rams game is going to be ugly. It might not be 27-24. Or I don't think I gave a score for that game. I don't even have a score for that. If you want me to give a score, I'm thinking 19-17. I think it's going to be an ugly football game because the Rams are trying to hold that spot and the Bucks are trying to take it. So it won't be a shootout. If that, you know what I mean? It's going to be like what you saw with that. What was it? Seahawks and Rams. How for most of the game it was stuck at 14-12. That's kind of what you're going to see with this Bucks and Rams game. Like, it's not going to be a fun game to watch. Like, no, it's going to be fun for us to watch. It's not going to be a fun game for them to play because of there's just this week there's so much on the line. There's so much on the line for so many teams. So many, like for instance, the Texans and the Chiefs can't lose another game. You know what I mean? Like, it's that ugly for them. And yet the Texans have to play the Chiefs. No, Texans have to play the Bills. Chiefs got to go against the Colts. This is an ugly week of football, okay? Ugly week of football because of everything that is on the line for so many teams. I'm telling you, man, hearts are going to be broken for fantasy. We're going to talk about who to play, but remember, the points around this time of the season are going to not be what you are expecting. The only thing you can hope for is the team you're going against might just have as low points as you, but it's not going to be high scoring this week. We had that last week, the week before. That's going to start coming down because between week 12 and week 15, football just changes, guys. It changes. We got a lot of football. Oh, that's for week 13. Wait a minute. Well, I guess that week for week 13. Never mind. I'm tripping. Oh, yeah, we don't have that much football next week. Ooh. Because everything is on Thursday. And they gave us a Friday game. So Sunday's going to be light. Next week is going to be a weird week of football. So get your lineups. Let's go get these lineups ready for week 12. That's what we need to be concerned with. Week 12. All right, I'm here for you guys. Patrick. Oh, no, that's too early. Not you yet. I'm so sorry. Got to go all the way to the top. George, welcome in. Thank you for tuning in. Otten or Schultz this week? Ooh. I don't like Schultz on a Thursday night. But let's go look at something real quick. I'm glad you asked that question because it is Davis Mills, and let me see what Schultz's look like with Mills. Oh my God, technology can be ignorant sometimes. You're not gonna let me put his name? All right, whatever. Let's go this way. Go look him up. Oh, Mr. C. Oh my God. Anyway, let us see. With Davis Mills. All right, and let's go look at Otten. I do like Davis. I do like Schultz. Ooh, Kate Otten is going against the Rams. I like Schultz. All right, what's your targets? You get hit 5 times, but you caught 2. Well, that's not good. 6 for 5, 5 for 4, 4 for 3. And he's targeted, but his yards are just icky. That's my problem. So let's go look back at Schultz again. It's going to be a big game in Buffalo. He's a target. They're going to use him. They only have Nico Collins, so they're going to have to use him. As you can see, 9 for 6, 11 for 7, 8 for 6, 3 for 2 was his lowest, 10 for 9, 6 for 5. We're going to go with Schultz. His yards are a lot better, too. Like, a lot better. Like, he only has 1 touchdown on the season, and you wouldn't know that because he catches the ball. So, yeah, let's go with Schultz. I like Schultz this week. Let's see. Then Purdy or Caleb Williams? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's look at Purdy's. Let's go look at Purdy's numbers last week because if he had good numbers just coming back, we might ride the Purdy train on Monday night against Carolina, and that's a good spot to have open. If you're down and you're like, oh, it's got my quarterback left to play, and he got nobody left, that's what we want to ride. So check this out. When he played week 1, he had 16. That's great. When he played week 4, because he didn't play 2 weeks after that, he had 17. That's great. He missed 5 through 10. Comes back week 11. Barely does anything, throws 3 touchdowns, and drops 19 points. Ooh, we're going to go with Brock Purdy. Here's why. Because every single time he comes in the game, he has great fantasy points. Now, mind you, week 1, he had 2 interceptions with the 2 touchdowns. Week 4, he had 2 interceptions with the 2 touchdowns and a fumble. But he had 309 passing yards, 277 passing yards. So he had 16, 17, maybe more if he didn't drop the 2 picks. I get it. But he came in week 11 with 3 touchdowns, no picks. 19 points, 200 passing yards. So, and I was against a bad Carolina team. I don't think, Arizona team, I don't think Carolina's any better. So, yeah, give me Purdy for week 12 against Carolina. CJ Stroud, Niori, how we doing? Yep, he's out again this week. So it's Nico with your boy playing. Davis Mills is playing. So yeah, Nico is going to get fed. Also, I'm sticking with J-Mo. The K9's matchup is so juicy. Personally, that's who I would be riding with. I would be riding with K9 personally, because that's just me though. If you give me that week, I'm sticking with you. You didn't show me. You're not showing me why I should leave. You know, I'm just not one to say, yeah, you gave me a great week. All right, go on the bench. Nah, let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep it hot. Let's keep that hot and hot and heavy. That's just the way my mind thinks. These people can't hear what I'm saying. But that's how I have to psych myself out to keep that person in my roster. But look, seriously, if you gave me the week I needed, I'm not benching you. We're going to see if you can do it again. That's called risk and reward. I took a risk. I could have easily taken you out and put somebody else in because they should be better. But I took a risk on you because if I think you're going to do what you did last week, I should win. And if I win, you did your job. And I stayed with faith. And we're going to the Super Bowl. And if you didn't do what I did, if you didn't do what I needed you to do, well, that was my fault. I should have took your ass out. But again, risk, reward. That is the ethos of fantasy football. You can't be coy. You can't be soft. You can't be scared. You can't even have fear. You got to go in and let me tell y'all something, okay? You got to go in on these games down 30 points, knowing I'm still going to win. When Kate Otten saved my life, I'm going to say I was down like 20-something points. And there was no Kate Otten in sight. Now, he's on my roster. He's starting. But so was Evans. So was Bucky. And so was Chris Godwin. And I'm losing in fantasy. And he is the only player I have left. And I'm watching the game at a pizza parlor that I used to work at. And Chris Godwin got hurt. Just like that. And all I can say was, all right, Kate, you're up. Two touchdowns for Baker Mayfield. And then he goes to the next week and drops a 30 on him. Like, we're going to you, buddy. Like, I had 3 beautiful weeks with Kate Otten, bro. Oh, my God. So I'm saying, look, risk, reward. And yes, because he saved me in that week that I should have lost, I kept him in the next week. And then I kept him in the next week. And I basically just came in. I just never took him out. And his numbers did go down when he went from like 21 to like 9. But again, he's not the factor of how I built my team. He just gave me that good old extra boost to take my behind off into the playoffs. That's all it was. Because he did nothing for me in the playoffs. Oh, no. That was all Jahmyr Gibbs when he got the rock because Montgomery got hurt. So it's just you gotta have a well-rounded team. You gotta just know how to have a well-rounded team, and you gotta believe in your picks. You gotta believe in your starts. You gotta ride with it, but then you gotta know when to cut it off. You can't ride that horse too long, like I did one time. I did that one time. I think I was sitting on Ty Gurley for 5 weeks, and that was I think it was his second season. It wasn't his rookie season. He went off. It was his second season. It wasn't that he couldn't go off. He had bad coaching. Everything was just horrible over there. Sorry ass Jeff Fisher ruined my life. And like I have 5 weeks of Ty Gurley. As soon as I dropped him, I personally couldn't hold him on my roster because it was nobody else I planned on dropping. And yeah, I lost everything because I let that go. I didn't lose to him, but that was the season that I didn't have a good season anyway. And then I had that. It was horrible. It was horrible. But it happens. It happens. We learn, right? Hey, Coach, I had to grab you. Yeah. Hey, look. The team might be losing, but he going to throw the ball 58,000 times. He going to get you 5,000 yards. No touchdown. But he going to get you a lot of yards, man. And right now, Hurry's playing bad football. You might be able to be, hey, is Kirk Cousins not available? Like, what's wrong with playing Kirk? At this point in your juncture, I would prefer Kirk over Brissett. But I don't know because, again, Brissett's not playing bad football. His entire team is just horrible. They don't have no money. They gave it off to that little boy who runs around the circle and just throws ball in there. Trick shots type stuff. So they broke. They ain't got no money right now. So I mean, you could go with Brissett for the purpose of the yards and the garbage time touchdowns. Like, I mean, he's gonna score a touchdown. The only thing you actually really have to worry about with this late in the season with the Cardinals is him getting hurt. That's really the only thing you really have to worry about. But can you play Brissett? Yeah, you can. You absolutely can. I mean, over Herbert right now, Herbert got you what you needed. It's time to let Buddy. You might have to drop Herbert. Here's the thing: ain't nobody in R2L gonna pick him up. I can tell you that emphatically. Ain't nobody gonna pick him up. Everybody else in R2L got their quarterbacks. You got lucky with Herbert because he started the season playing really great football. That's luck because my God, he looks like ass right now. And that only comes from basically you. Like, you just did not grow as a player. It looked good for a while. Coaches figured you out. You look softer than golf when it comes to getting. Hey, buddy, I have never seen somebody run away from a tackle like Herbert. Like, he runs away. I saw that in, like, when I coached, like, Little League football, I used to see that. Okay, I had to go chase a kid down because he got scared he was going to get hit because the big boy was trucking him down. That's what Herbert looked like, man. He's like, oh, no. So, I mean, at this point, take a man in this game. I would go with Brissett. He's at least a man. Kirk Cousins is a man, okay? Y'all going to leave Kirky alone. Pick up Kirk Cousins. I'm a Kirk Cousins fan. I ain't gonna lie. I love Kirk. Man, I'm a Falcons fan. I'm telling you, they suck. Aha, J.R. Weezy. And then, you know what? You want to know my complete? I know it is, bro. I know it is. And look, and you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Here's what I like. I don't like. The Browns, the Falcons, the Titans, the freaking Raiders deserve so much better for these fans and these organizations. Like, oh my God, the embarrassment you got, and the Dolphins. I'm gonna put the Dolphins in there too. 25 years of that general manager. Wow. And you know what's funny? If Miami start winning all these games, you know what? Good luck. I'm proud. I am happy for you. Because if this was the reason you all were so bad because one man's bad decisions for 25 years, hey, ownership, I really kind of come look at you, guy. Like, what were you thinking? But anyway, Atlanta, you know you don't have a bad team? You have. I know he got paid. And you know what? Justin Jefferson is probably the best wide receiver in the NFL. Just by his composure, his standards, the way he plays football. He is the best dude to catch a ball. I love watching Justin Jefferson play. I don't care what no. I love it. When he catches the football against somebody I like, there's a rage in me because that's how good he is. And that rage is respect to that man because I can't hold him. He made J.J. McCarthy look good because that little boy sucked. Drake London is right there. And you saw that with Kirk Cousins last year when he was eating the double team. Y'all remember how y'all had Julio? That's a man right there. Julio's a man, okay? DK Metcalf, he's a bully. Big boy, he a bully on the field. Drake London, let's call it the second coming of him because, ooh, can light skin go up and catch? Buddy, like, I love watching Drake London play football. He manhandles these dudes. Like, you can't hold him. He is right there with Justin Jefferson. You got the best running back in the league in Bijan Robinson. I know Justin Jefferson is Jonathan Taylor Eaton right now. I know some, but if you look at the core of Bijan Robinson and what he does on all 4 downs, by the way, not 3 down. He's a 4 down back. You got the best running back in the league. Your defense has been better than the days of them paying Matt Ryan all that money and you're not having one. You have a great defense. Top 13 could be better as chemistry and more players come to Atlanta to want to play for this organization, okay? You know what the problem is with Atlanta? You didn't get rid of that tight end that you don't need. That's number one. You know what else is wrong with Atlanta? they don't do a great job at coaches hiring. They really don't. I don't think I've seen a coach come into Atlanta and actually make Atlanta look great. That is on the organization. They need to fix that hiring situation. Number 3, you just haven't had a great quarterback since Matt Ryan. That's all. That's all. And you made a dumb decision last year for benching Kirk Cousins because he was struggling for a few games. Because you got scared you were going to miss the playoff. You gave him all the praise and the money, and you didn't need to give him all that money. That's the one. I love Kirk, but you didn't need to give Kirk that kind of money. That was unnecessary, especially if you drafted a quarterback to replace him and then benched him in the time when he was just struggling, when you could have given him aid to get him to get better, or just gone through the struggles like most teams do. If you would have missed the playoffs, you would have missed the playoffs. That's what you had Penix for to learn and develop. And I don't think Penix is a bad quarterback. I just think Penix isn't a good quarterback, and he got thrown into a bad situation. So it just culminates into ugly football at times with him. Like, he shouldn't have been an Atlanta Falcon. He could have went somewhere else. Honestly, you know where Michael Penix could have went? He should have went to the goddamn Carolina Panthers. I think he would have been great with the Carolina Panthers. I like the way he plays football kind of fits the style of what they need over there. I don't think he's an Atlanta Falcon. You know what you need for the Falcons? Fly, right? They need a quarterback that can launch the ball. They go down the field. They're an offensive team that likes to shoot. That's just they've been that way for a long time. They need to get back to the ethos of what they were. And until that happens, we're going to get bad football from the Atlanta Falcons. And fans as you will call it embarrassing. And again, that means that the organization really needs to take a time and truly reset this team. They have not done a action. When they lost Matt Ryan, they tried to just pick up and go. That's all they tried to do. Just pick up and go. And it hasn't done anything. You got to reset. You got to start over. You got to rebuild. Your defense is actually so good that you can start with the offensive line. Actually, your offensive line ain't even that bad. What you need to go out there is just go draft your quarterback. At this point, you got enough right now to get a quarterback in the draft, get in the second round, go get him a left tackle. Third round, go get a backup running back. Okay. If you can get a couple more picks in the second round, grab you some more defense in the second round. Okay. That's what I would do too. Grab some more defense and possibly a couple of corners if you can in the fourth round. There's some things you can do to readjust this team. But right now, what it needs is a good quarterback. It needs a confident, good quarterback. And you know what? Let's say you get you one out the draft, but let's say you can freak you one out of free agency. Go get you a veteran, not a Kirky. I would let Kirk go after this. Go get someone else that is a good veteran. And I mean, when I say veteran, like, who could we get in Atlanta to learn, for the rookie to learn? He's not a good teacher, but I promise you, you can learn a lot from him by watching. And if I'm Atlanta, I will go get Russell Wilson. I will. I wouldn't pay him a lot of money, but I will go get Russell Wilson. He will launch the ball. He will throw the ball in the air. He will throw the ball. His style of quarterbacking could actually work for Atlanta for at least 2-3 years. They could even get into the playoffs 1 to 2 of those years. Okay? But at least you have a quarterback that's going to learn and watch behind Russell Wilson and have time to grow and have time for it. Just at this point, I think that's the route Atlanta needs to go. They need to have a real fresh start so that they can become a dominant team in the NFC South again. And since Chase wants to tell people, I had to pick up Wilson up there. The boy been having such a bad season that he's turning it into disrespect. That's bad. Like I like Chase, but that is unnecessary. And I'm sorry. He actually should have been suspended for more than one game. Because what you just showed players is I will take that. I will take that 1 game suspension to spit on him. See, if you suspend a player for 3 weeks for spitting on somebody. Ooh. Do it again. Do it again. 3 weeks. Do it again. Do it again. But 1 week, it's going to happen again. And it's going to start a bigger fight. Like it's going to be. So for me, this punishment to me wasn't long enough. That was, you spit on, I'm a grown man. And I swear to God, if anything from inside your body touches me in my face directly because of your anger, I don't know what trigger that would do to me. You know what I mean? I could just untrigger myself and wake up and realize, dang, I done got myself behind bars for what he did to me. See what I'm saying? Triggers make you switch, flip, and you will black out. You men and testosterone, that is the wrong environment to do crap like that. So for me, a 1-game suspension, that wasn't long enough. It really wasn't. I'm sorry. That is a direct disrespect. Oh my God. It's gonna happen again. That's why I don't like it being a 1-game suspension, because it will happen again. Not by him, but another player will see that. That's all I got to deal with. Meaning I can get away with this in week 1. I can get away with it if we on a losing team and my team suck and I don't give a damn care. Last game of the year, I'm gonna spit on you. You see what I'm saying? So what you gonna do? Suspend him for what? The first game of the season? Maybe the first 3 games? No, it's too late now. It's too late now. You didn't take enough away. You ready to take away somebody money because they used their head wrong in the game, accidentally, by the way. Half of these are just because these people turn late and I'm turning in the same direction. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And you ready to fine me $500,000? But he spit on this man. He get a game? Sometimes the NFL's punishment standards are a little off to me. But yeah, I think he deserves more than 1-game suspension. That I can't believe he did that. David Mills for 2 touchdowns. I like it. I got him for 2 touchdowns against the Bills. Like I said, I got a game. That game probably would be 24-14, 24-17. Texans cover the spread for sure. Gabe owners is coming off IR. Ooh, what is it? Conservative. Welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you said that. Let me go look. Because you might be right. I'm going to go look. I like that he came and said that the Texans are covering the spread. It's a Thursday night game. You know how I talk about Thursday night games. They're so minimalistic. They come in. Again, I told you, one thing I do say every Thursday, what they're going to do, run the ball. They're not wasting time airing the ball out on a Thursday night off of a short week. They're going to just run the ball. And every Thursday night, what have we seen? Running. Texans. 32 points for Trey. We ain't seen Trey on hands all year. What did he do on Thursday night? Yeah, I ran the ball. So let's go see what they got this game at. I'm on Hard Rock right now. Oh yeah, Coach do some gambling. I'm better in NFL than NBA. That I can tell you. Let's see. Ooh. Why would they do this? And they got it at -110. Okay, so they got the spread at 6. What did I say? 14. Texas will have. I said 17-24, right? That's 7. 23-17. $19-17. Could be 19-17. Yeah, I'm thinking 2017 or 19-17. Texas won't go over 17 points. And they got they got it at +225, -275, and they got the over under at 43.5. Ooh, let me go do some math real quick. Let's go do some math. This game is going under. The game is going under. It's going to be 24-17. 24-17. Yeah, that game is going. It's not hitting 40. It's going to be at 41. I might take that under too. I like it. Would you rather have Kareem Hunt or Ramondre Stevenson? Smitty, welcome. I would rather have Kareem Hunt. One thing I do know is that when they're in the goal line, they're going to feed Kareem Hunt the ball. That's just, I've seen that too many times. Open field, they're trying to do too many other things, but when they do get into the red zone, when they do get into the tight spaces, they do feed Kareem Hunt, and that's where he does score. So Ramondre Stevenson lost a job. Did you not see that great game by Travion Henderson? Yeah, he's the backup now. So for me, I would prefer Kareem Hunt. Let's see. Steelers haven't beat the Bears in Chicago since '95. And I did pick Chicago. I don't like the Steelers in this game. Aaron Rodgers isn't playing. Mason Rudolph I really don't think he's that good. And I'm picking the Bears in this game. Steelers can't lose, but they will. They're struggling. I doubt they go into Chicago with as bad as they have been. I doubt they go into Chicago and win this game. So I do have Chicago. Like I said, I think the Bears collectively are a better team. I don't think Caleb Williams is better than that person. I don't think this receiver is better than that defender. I just think collectively at Chicago, and after that embarrassment that they went through in Detroit and how they are licking their chops because the Lions coming right back around the corner. Go Bears! The Bears! I got the Bears. I got the Bears taking this game against the Steelers. Oh, I'm so ready for that rematch. They put up 50 points on the Bears. 50 points. And the ownership and the coaching staff and the team said, okay, we failed. We looked bad. And they had there laughing. They left. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You want to go over there to the rival? We showed you what it was. And they ran his play from the end zone as a celebration. Oh, look here. As a man, look here. Shadir Sanders starting Sunday versus the Raiders. We about to talk about this. I told you what I said earlier. We're going to get back to this. But as a man, if I'm that coach, right, and I know how good I am, right, I love what you did to me. And I love that you displayed that on national television. I love it. See, but you know what that's called? That is pure natural competition. That's what I want. Fuel my fire. Because you got to come see us again. It ain't gonna happen the same way the second time. I love stuff like that. So that's the game I'm looking forward to, that rematch between Chicago and Detroit. It's gonna be a doozy. I promise you that. I like the Chiefs. Yeah, I have the Chiefs in this one. They have to beat the Colts. That is why I like the Chiefs. They don't have any other choice around this. Like, it's beat the Colts or we beat ourselves out of the season. They cannot go 5-6. They can't. If they go 5-6 in the season at this point of their season, the Chiefs will miss the playoff. They are already lurking. They don't even call it the hunt no more. Okay, they lurking. They right there with the Texans. They have the same record as the Houston Texans. Houston Texans will lose this week. They cannot lose this week. They cannot. Chiefs have to win. They have to beat the Colts. The funny thing is, though, the Colts have to win to maintain second seed. They have to. There's a lot of have-tos this week. I'll tell you, it's going to be ugly football, guys. These points, that's what. Let me see what else Vegas got. Let me see what else they got over with Hard Rock. I want to look at all these. Spreads now. They got the Detroit and Giants at -10. That one I believe. Yeah, that one I believe. New York, Cincinnati at 8.5. Yeah. Minnesota, Green Bay at 6. But they got it at 41, so they got it as a low scoring game. I'd take the over at 41, to be honest with you. Indiana, and there you go. Indiana and the Chiefs, they got it at -3. And they got it at 50 flat. Whoa! What they are saying is this game is going to be won Both teams are going to be in the 20s. And it's +3. 30-27. It's going to go over 40. It's going to go over 50. It's going to go over the 50. Oh, my God. That's going to be a good game. You got New York, Baltimore -13. The Jets in Baltimore. Yeah, I see that. They got Tennessee, the Seahawks -13. You got the Chicago Bears and Pittsburgh -2.5. I like that. I don't like that over under 45. I probably take the under of that. Jacksonville, Arizona, they got it -2.5. They're lying to you. Jacksonville's going to beat these boys by probably 10. Cleveland, when Vegas tell you they know what they're doing. Guess what game I'm taking this week? It has been announced that Shadir Sanders will start against the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me Cleveland +3. Yeah. You know what they got over under? 36. They got the over under at 36. Let's do some math. What they're saying is, with a -3, right? This is what they're saying. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So let's try this. Because they're lying to you. Vegas lying about this game. They got it at 30. What they got it at? They got it at 36. There's no way. Look. Look, there's no way you could take. There's no way you can have a +/-3, right? And the over under be 36. There's no way. The math ain't mathing. How? To get 36, somebody has to have 20. Somebody has to be in the 20s, right? So you're gonna go over 36. Like it's not gonna stay under. You don't take the under in this game. You see what I'm getting at? Because to get 36, somebody's got to have 21. Other persons to get even close to that has to have 14. So is this game going to end 21-14? It could and go under. Absolutely. But that's not +/-3.5, is it? No. See, this game is going to go over because if you're gonna what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? If you're going to cover the spread, right, that would mean this game has to go over. So, Shadir will have a victory against the Raiders. The over will be over 36. So give me Cleveland +3.5. You see how that works? I love this stuff. Cowboys beat the Eagles at home. Absolutely. They will beat the Eagles at home. I even have them on my cheat sheet beating the Eagles at home. Patrick, how we doing today? My boy? We got thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. We got a 12 team. You are 7-4. Good job. It's a PPR. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 flex. Trey Sutton. Y'all are still trading at this point? Let's see. Trey Sutton and Woody for Waddle. The running backs are Gibbs, Hendy, RJ, Woody, Tootin, Wilson. Receivers are CD, Mbuga, Sutton, BTJ, and Pierce. Let me ask you a question, because I do want you to trade for Waddle. Miami's going to have a good back half of the year. Can I ask you a question? You need Pierce? Meaning, is there somebody else over there with Waddle that you like at a lower end but know has high value that you can do a 2 for 2? instead of a 2-for-1. Because get rid of Woody, which is good. Which is good. Right? Oh, so yeah, it would be a 3-for-2. It would be a 3-for-2. If there's someone else on his roster, you can do a 3-for-2 and get rid of Pierce and get somebody else with a little bit more higher value. If you can do that, that's the trade you should try to muscle. But for now, I am okay with the Sutton and Woody for Waddle. Absolutely. Tyler, well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Would you have vetoed a Drake London, DJ Moore, Parker Washington for St. Brown and McLaurin? Hell yeah! This dude is getting Drake London and Parker Washington. Okay, DJ Moore, he's it depends on where the ball goes with Chicago. Actually, let me go look at DJ Moore's record. Let me go look at DJ Moore real quick. Yeah, he got all that money to do nothing because it's been going to Romo Dunes. So, I mean, he's like the in the trade, but you're getting Parker Washington. I know he's been having. I think he's a good receiver. And you're getting rid of St. Brown because why? Jason Williams is getting the target now since the offense has changed. So that's smart. McLaurin ain't doing nothing. So yes, I would have vetoed his trade. Absolutely. I'm so sorry. Trade was made right after the Falcons game and before the news of his knee sprain. So if you were getting Drake London and they vetoed you from getting Drake London and DJ Moore Parker, and you were trying to get rid of St. Brown and McLaurin, I'm so sorry. I would have vetoed that too. Especially if you have a winning record and you're trying to get Drake London. No, I'm vetoing that. No, sorry. Because you're getting DJ and Parker Washington, and you're getting rid of St. Brown and McLaurin, who's trash. They're not trash. I'm using that in the terms of for fantasy point purposes, they're trash. So yeah, I would have vetoed that trade. Let's see. I like Browns when Geno can't take pictures. Oh no, Geno trash. I don't know what happened. He went to that high school game. I make the big bucks. That's why I make the big bucks. And ever since that comment, he is looked horrible. So no. I like the Browns winning this game. And unfortunately, again, like I said, if the Browns cannot win this game, which they did, it is not his fault. It is the coaching staff. They have not prepared him at all to play national football. So he deserves to lose his job. If he wins this game, we'll keep looking. But right now, to me, it's all on the coach. Because that kid was not prepared for that game last week. And it was embarrassing. It was really embarrassing. You like the Saints? Nah, not for a rematch. Not for a rematch. They won the other one. I like Kirk. I like the Falcons with Kirk Cousins in this one. So sorry. Atlanta is scared of the Saints. Maybe Penix, but I ain't seen. Last time I checked, Kirk Cousins' record against the Saints. Okay, he has a 3-4 record against the Saints. He has a passer rating of 104 with 113 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions in 7 games against the Saints in his career. I think he'll be just fine. Hey, coach, don't sleep on the Panthers. Might get an upset. Maybe. But who they playing against again? Let me see. Who would they? Let me see. Where you at, Panthers? Where you at? 49. No, it ain't gonna be no upset. No. So sorry. No. Maybe if it was a division game and it was important. No, they're going against the 49ers who. Again, I know they're dealing with more injury issues, again, like they always do. But with Purdy back, they look a lot better. and they weren't looking that bad when he was gone because again they have what a 7-4 record. So I just don't think Carolina's ready for that type of pressure this late in the season on a Monday night game. The spotlight is going to be on Young, and I think is this his first primetime game, if I'm not mistaken. It might not be. He might have had one or two. But I do think the lights will be too big in this game for Bryce Young versus I can't think of the name I just said. Versus the 49ers. 49ers live for Monday night. All right. Niori, should I trade Nico for Jetta? Should I risk it? No. Not at this point. At this point, you don't need Jetta. I think, let me go look. Maybe I'll give you a better story why. I mean, the games he's playing towards the back half aren't too bad. He's got Green Bay, Seattle, Washington, Dallas, the Giants, Detroit, Green Bay. None really of them have defenses that can deal with him. So it might not be a bad trade. It might not be a bad trade. You're not losing bringing in Justin Jefferson. I say, no, Kirk Cousins took Purdy for the waiver. Oh, damn. Okay, well, you got Purdy, so that's fine. That's fine. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. If you got Purdy off the waivers, bro, you absolutely fine. Absolutely. And Herbert's on the bye, which we don't need him anyway. I mean, look, to be honest with you, risk, reward, Cardo, right? You play Shadir. What does he have to do in this game? He's got to win. They got a +3 for the Giants. Look at this, okay? I like when they like to lie to people and they don't know that some people have some form of intelligence, okay? Oh, no! That's right. He was a torn ACL. Penix out for the rest of the season. So, well, all right. So Kirk Cousins the rest of the way. there's the answer. Kirk Cousins the rest of the way. But for you, here's what I like about Shadir. Again, Vegas got it at a +3. Okay? I like it because the over-under is at 36. It cannot be if the plus minus, if they expect the spread to be covered, it can't be under. You see what I'm saying? It has to go over. So give me the +3, give me Shadir, and give me Shadir for 3 passing touchdowns. Maybe 2. They might want to run. They might get a running. But overall, give me 3. Give me 4 touchdowns total for the Browns this week. That's not a lot of points. 3 touchdowns is 21. 4 touchdowns. No, give me 3 touchdowns and a couple field goals. Yeah, we'll do that. It will go over 36. It won't go too high. Because the Raiders suck. But the Raiders are the ones that's going to cover the spread. They're going to keep it within 3. But again, this game is going over 36 and give me the Browns +3, +3.5, I think it was. Let's see, would you trade Barkley and Debo? Look good, Tron. Would you trade Barkley and Debo for Chase Brown and Rashee Rice? My other running backs are CMC, Jalen Warren, Gaineswell, Bigsby. My other receivers are Nico, Devontae Smith, Olave, McLaurin. Ugh. Would you trade Barkley and Debo? Yeah, I would. At least with Chase Brown and Rashee Rice, those are action players getting targets and getting in the end zone. The other 2 players are not. So you gotta make sacrifices where you can. So I would definitely make that trade. Check, what's good? How you doing, Check? CK, let's do it. How are you doing today? Thank you for tuning in. Had a trade in place. Commish vetoed the trade. My Bijan and Myers for Judikins and CD. Really? That got vetoed? I don't really see the problem with that trade. The person's getting a great running back. you're getting a great receiver, and you guys are swapping Myers and Judikins. Why would that have gotten vetoed? That's poor management on your commissioner. You said thoughts. It's a 12 team standard scoring. Are you winning? That's the question. Are you winning? Because for you to make this trade in a 12 team standard, I see what you were doing. You're trying to get a receiver. You want yards. You're trying to get numbers. No. Or maybe you're trying to get Judikins because Sanders is playing. You're trying to get see. I see what you're doing. I'm not sure exactly your intent of the trade, but I don't see a problem with the trade. Now, if you're winning, this trade would actually help you in the playoffs. And if that's why it got vetoed, your commissioner is a piece of crap because there is nothing wrong. To be quite honest with you, it's an even trade. There is nobody's getting the upper hand anywhere. He's getting a great running back. You're getting a great receiver. You're swapping another receiver for running back on the back end. Like I'm trying to find the issue here. Yeah, I think your commissioner is just petty. Like I don't understand why I got vetoed. I'm so sorry. Find another league. I wouldn't, if he could do this like that in a league like this, I wouldn't play in a league like this anymore. Like, I veto trade, not as the commissioner, like as a person that said, I don't like this. Nope, decline. I don't like that trade. I don't like what y'all are doing over there. And other people too. And we get in the chat, hey, y'all see what they're doing? They over there buddying up now. No, that's getting declined. But other than that, if the trade is just like I see what they're doing, like okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. It ain't got nothing to do when I played them because their team still probably won't handle mine. So, the only time I actually go against a trade is if I feel coming down the line that trade is going to have me dealing with problems. Like, no, you're not getting that person. I'm gonna try to get it, not but hey, it's got to be a vote, right? And my vote may not go. So, but to get your stuff vetoed by the commissioner, that's an actual petty move, and you should find another league to play in. I don't like why there was nothing wrong with that trade. It was literally an even trade, a swap for swap. I honestly, I commend the trade. I'm just like, I don't see what the problem is. I really don't. And if no one else in the organization, if no one else in the league saw a problem with it, then people need to have a talk with this commissioner about his veto power, because you can't just go around vetoing crap because you don't like it. Like, even if I'm the commissioner playing in the league, I have to go by the voting like everyone else. The only time I'm vetoing something is if I actually feel, along with the organization, that somebody in this league is taking advantage of another fantasy player. That's when it gets vetoed after a discussion with the rest of the league. You cannot abuse your veto power like that. There still has to be checks and balances. You still have a vote. You cannot just disregard the vote like that. So I would find another league because it seems like this dude likes to sling around power. Sorry, I'll pay the fine. Broly, what's good? How we doing, my boy? Let's see. Start Pittman, Quentin Johnson, or Diggs, non-PPR. Ooh, non-PPR. Ooh. Let me see something. Pittman, let's see. Non-PPR. It ain't bad, but they only got him for 8 points this week in non-PPR. So I would say no Pittman. Let's see. Quentin Johnson's got a bye week this week, so no Quentin Johnson. And who was the other person? Diggs. Diggs in the cold and no PPR. Ooh, we might be digging ourselves a hole there, buddy. against Cincinnati. They got it for 10 points. I would go with Mr. Stephon Diggs. Cincinnati ain't got no defense. Yeah, I'll go with Stephon Diggs, non PPR. Patrick, what we got? CK, that doesn't seem like a beatable trade. Exactly. I would add exactly. This dude is not right for you. Find another league, please, because there should have been no need for that to get vetoed. It was an even fair trade. I don't understand what the veto. I don't understand the purpose of that veto. I really don't. And as you can see, the community doesn't understand either. Roy, how you doing, man? What's good? Thank you for tuning in. How we doing? Let's see. What's up, Coach? What do you think about Jerry Jeudy when Shadir starts? I hope. So here's my issue with everything, and it's not like an issue. That I know last week was horrible, but he never had. Exactly. So here's what I will say about it. Here's what I'll say about it. I don't know, because even if he gets this week's reps, like he's been on the team since week 1, like it's just gonna take time. Like, could Jerry Jeudy score? Yeah, but it could be a red zone touchdown for 1 catch. You see what I'm saying? There's no chemistry in route running from quarterback to receiver right now. He could lean on the run a lot. He could do a lot more dump off to Judykins. He could lean on the tight end a little bit more. So with Jeudy right now in the open field of passing the ball, 1 week of reps for me doesn't scream Jeudy for 90, 80 yards. You see what I'm saying? 40, 50 yards and hopefully a touchdown. But I don't know. That's because of how they've handled Shadir this entire season, it's hard for me to judge what he can do. I want him to win this game, and I want 3 touchdowns. Again, I'm looking at the spread. I'm looking at the over-under. It's juicy. And for what I think he can do with a week of practice against the Raiders is get confidence and score 3 touchdowns. My issue is, will it happen? I don't know, because how the staff has handled the whole situation. And the only thing we can do is risk reward and see what happens. My risk reward is I'm going to put my big mouth out there, and I'm taking the +3 on the Browns. I'm taking, my goodness, this stuff is foggy. I'm taking Shadir and the Browns for the wins against the Raiders, because the Raiders are just that bad. But again, to hit that +3 in the over of 36, because it ain't going under. Only way this goes under is if the Raiders win like 14-6. You see what I'm saying? Like they can't do anything and get in the end zone, and the Raiders, they're not going over 14 points unless this game is just that good. And if you're gonna go over 36, you have to go. Both teams have to go over 20. At least one team has to go over 20. But to cover the 3, to cover the 3 in the spread, both teams do have to go over 20 points. It's all about the math. It's all about the arithmetic in it. Check. Let's see. Take Nico's over on the yards. Nico is going to torch them because of their defense, and Nico does well in mid coverage. What is Nico's yardage? Let's go take a look. Texans game. Player props. Receiving. Nico. They got him over 76. They had over under at 76. That's a lot. And again, this game is going to be good. Like, I think the Texans for sure are going to get 2 touchdowns out of this. And they got Dalton Schultz at 37 over under. Okay. And he's usually within the 50, so I take the over on Schultz. How many receptions is Nico getting? They got 6. They got that 5.5. And for Davis Mills, they have him at 210. Okay. So yeah, I think I would actually take the over on Nico. They got it at 76, so I think I would take the over on Nico. I think I think he can get between 80, 90 in this game. He does eat the middle of the field, so I would take the over on Nico Collins as well. Also, for my flex spot, I'm always deciding between AJ Brown, Tyrone Tracy, Christian Watson, and Jerry Jeudy. I think this week I'll go with AJ Brown, but what do you think? They play the Cowboys this week. It's a flex ball. Oh, Jesus Christ. Boy. Oh man, that almost freaked me out. I'm like, why is your number so low? Because I didn't change it from I didn't take it off of non-PPR. Oh boy, I was like, what? All right, let's look again. Oh boy. Yeah, I can go with Brown again. In the flex, yeah, you can go with AJ Brown. That'd be your best flex option. And he should score against the Cowboys. Should I trade Epic? How we doing today? Should I trade away Genty for McConkey or O'Dooms? That's an easy one. O'Dooms. I need to win one of 3 to secure the playoffs. I desperately need a wide receiver who is better. Yeah, O'Dooms. That's an easy one. Yep. And if you got some crap on your bench that you can do a 2-for-1 just to make sure you can secure O'Dooms, I would definitely do it. But O'Dooms. And McConkey's on bye week anyway this week, so no, O'Dooms. Bada! What's good with you? Rank Herbert, Purdy, and Burrow the rest of the season? Purdy, Burrow, and Herbert. I can't do Herbert anymore, bro. I've lost faith in him, man. He sucks. And it's not that his game sucks. He's weak. Like, I don't know if it's here or where it is, but like I see him run away out of plays too much. He throws the ball away too much. He just won't make the big play down the field. Like, I don't know what's wrong with this kid. I just can't protect him anymore. I will take the benched or injured Burrow over a crappy Herbert right now. Like, I just can't do it. But Purdy is number 1, Burrow 2, Herbert 3. You're 8-3. Yeah, they sold you, bro. The commissioner sold you on this trade because he doesn't want you to win. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You need to leave this league. Go find another league. Let's see. You lost Garrett Wilson, MHJ, and Myers. Yeah, he sold you, bro. I'm sorry. That trade should have went through. I don't get it. I really don't. That really sucks. Yeah, your commissioner doesn't know what he's doing, and he's either jealous, or he's just power hungry and just like, oh, I don't like this trade. No. So unfortunately, neither answer is the right answer for you. Hopefully, you smoke the rest of the league with the 8-3 record and get into the playoffs and show them how much of a beast you are, and you did regardless of their veto. So hopefully this works in your favor anyway. Niori, yes, yeah, it is. Because a commissioner should never, ever have that kind of power over the entire league to just veto a trade. No, a vote. And if the vote isn't fair, then you have to talk to the league as a collective and let them know what and why it's being vetoed. And as the commissioner, you do have the last say if you speak to your league. But you don't get to just walk around hitting that veto button because you're the commissioner. You won't be commissioner very long. I think veto should be based on votes, not commission. And at point blank. And again, if it's a tied vote, the commissioner steps in, not as a veto, as a final vote. It should only be vetoed if the commissioner finds malpractice in the league and people are taking advantage of other people. And then you come to the league and address it. Have receipts, because you can print out the trade. You can print out conversations within the platform that you're playing on. So you can be a real commissioner. You feel me? So you don't get to just use those powers willy-nilly. There has to be checks and balances. And unfortunately, if a veto comes from a commissioner based off of the fact that he just didn't like a trade, then it needs to be voted that he is no longer commissioner. He cannot be You can finish out this season. I don't care. You done screwed me already. But either you're not commissioner next year, or I'm not playing in this league next year. I go, there are millions of leagues of fantasy football. Okay? Bye. Michael, how you doing, man? Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. AJ Brown and Aaron Jones for Rice and Singletary. I get Rice. Yeah, because AJ Brown and Aaron Jones ain't doing much for you, because I know Aaron Jones ain't doing nothing for you at all. So if the whole purpose of this trade is for you to get Rice, then I'm with that. Absolutely. Bargaining chips always win the prize. Alex, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I need a running back 1 and 2. Henderson, Judikins, Woody, Bucky. Thanks. I am going with look at one player real quick before I make my decision. I have a decision, but I want to see if somebody's going to interject in my decision. Oh, that tag just keeps lurking on you. So Bucky Irvin is looking to make his return in week 12. So we still have to wait to see if he practices this week. Oh, I hate that. So we really won't know nothing until Friday if Bucky Irvin is playing. Then you want to play 2. Bucky Irvin is our 3rd one that'll linger, but right now I'm going with Henderson and Judikins. That's what I'm going with right now. Henderson and Judikins. I believe that the Browns will lean on the run very heavily in this game. With Shadir at quarterback. So that bodes well for you with the touches, and hopefully he gets in the end zone. But with the touches and yardage, that's your running back there. And Henderson with the Patriots is pretty much taking the role, it looks like. Will he share with Ramondre? I'm not sure. Let's go look at something real quick. Who is the starting running back for the New England Patriots? That's what I'm looking for, the depth chart. What did they do? So Ramondre Stevenson is still questionable. So let's go look at here and see something. Oh, like I told you. So they don't say it out loud now, but the report is right here. Stevenson has missed 3 games with the injury, while rookie Travion Henderson has broken out. Ding! How do you know he's broken out? I'll show you that in a minute. If you look at Ramondre's numbers here, he's horrible. So leaving Stevenson's role up upon return uncertain. Then the matchup couldn't be better, as Cincinnati has allowed 5.4 yards per carry and most fantasy points to running backs in the league. So here's what I'll tell you. Is Ramondre going to get touches? Sure. If he returns, who's going to get a lot of the touches in this game? Travion. We're going to start Travion. So Travion and Judikins. We're lurking with Bucky in the backfield because why? He could return this week. And if he returns this week, he could have a big game against the Rams. So what I would say is if we get word, nah, bro. You're going with he's had better games, but it's rough. Okay, so we're going to go with if Bucky Irvin starts, we go with Bucky Irvin. If Bucky Irvin does not play this week, obviously, we go with Judikins. But I won't put Judikins over Bucky Irvin. So for now, it is Henderson and Bucky. If Bucky can't play, then we have to flex to Judikins. Boy, if this was a buy-in, I would have thrown my oh boy, we would have been fighting. This could not have been no type of auction league or a buy-in league. You ain't vetoing like that with my money on the line. You lost your mind, buddy. Let's see, Michael. Okay, I accept and got Rice. Thanks. Oh, good job, good job, good job. So that should help you the rest of the way. Let's see. Only bad thing is I'm starting DJ Moore in my second flex, but my starters now are Lamar, JT, Bijan, CD, Jefferson, Rice, Pitts, and DJM. Traded for everybody but Bijan and JT. Drafted them. Okay, cool. Good. But wait, you said only bad thing is I'm starting DJ Moore in my so is this a super flex league? Damn. Here I have a question for you. Let's see something. I might be able to help. Can I ask you a question? If you have a roster spot available to fix that second flex option, is Darnell Mooney available in your waiver wire? If he is, we go Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney has great rapport with said Kirk Cousins. I said that last year, and boy, who was on my roster? Darnell Mooney catching a lot of passes and touchdowns. You're going to see a different offense. Now, will it work out in week like this next week coming up with? Maybe not. He may get 3 to 4. It's chemistry. It's got to get warmed up. But Kirk Cousins is the quarterback the rest of the season. So for the next 7 games, you could get 4 good games out of Darnell Mooney. Maybe even 5. Because he's the number 2 receiver going against what? Single coverage. Who does Kirk Cousins like to hit? Single coverage receivers. So that's what I would say is if you can find, if Darnell Mooney is available, I would put him in my risk reward. I will put him in my flex option. If he's available in the waiver wire, Darnell Mooney. Let's see, for ROS full PPR, should I choose Watson? He is inconsistent, but this is going to be a big game for the Bears this week. So give me the Jawan Jennings real quick, though. I don't want Watson. I don't want another Watson. But let me look at who did I just say? Let me look at Jawan Jennings real quick. Nah, I would go with oh my God, that is inconsistent. Well, Pittsburgh does have a shaking. I'm gonna go with Romo, dude. I would go with Rome because again, I have them being better than Pittsburgh in this game. And again, Pittsburgh secondary is not good at all. So I do like Romo Dooms in this game against the secondary. 4 catches, 70, maybe 60 something yards, hopefully a touchdown. No, he's not. I have Ayuk and hopefully Big Mike Evans coming back, though. Is Ayuk playing football? No, he's out. 21-day practice window will not be open this week, and he remained week 2. Oh, God. So, no, you don't have Ayuk. You don't have Ayuk. No, you don't. You got maybe Big Mike. Let me go check on Mike when he comes back. And I'm telling you right now, he's on IR. Mike Evans will remain sidelined as the Buccaneers take on the Rams in week 12. Evans was placed on injury reserve for collarbone fracture week 8. So the next game he could see the field will be in week 13 against Arizona, which would be a great game too. So, yeah, this is where we may have to be patient and just wait for Mike Evans to come back, and we just have to we're going to rock with DJ Moore. Yeah, we're going to rock. We just wanted to rock DJ Moore. Hopefully, his low points just don't affect the rest of what we can do on the team. Hopefully, everybody else just puts up the right numbers, and he's just one of the low men on the scoring block that week. Jacoby Myers, if BTJ is out again, or Kyle Pitts. How you doing, Mark? How you doing? Or Kyle Pitts at the flex. We ain't putting no Kyle Pitts. If BTJ is out again, yeah, we go with Jacoby Myers. That's fine. I do like Jacoby. Hopefully, and I have Jacksonville winning this week too. So hopefully, Jacoby or BTJ is a part of the offense in their win. French Muzi, how are we? Thank you for tuning in. Who should I pick up with Jamar Chase suspension? Noah Fant or I can't pronounce that name. Andre? Those are ugly choices. Let me see. No, not Andre, or however you pronounce that dude's name. We're not going with him. Noah Fant. I don't think I'm gonna say yes to that one. No, you're not gonna say yes to that one. Is there any other options available for you? There's got to be something else over there. It can't something from a different team. Let's not look for let's not look at the Bengals right now. Let's look for something else out there. Is Darnell Mooney available? Is Darnell Mooney available in the waiver wire? No problem. No problem at all. Did I answer? Oh, I did. No problem at all. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Okay, so you already made it in the playoffs. So okay. That's fine. And like I said, he just may be your lowest scorer this week. So, like I said, you got Mike Evans coming back, so that's really good for you. So yeah, you just got to rock with O'Jones this week. Sometimes, you got to rock with DJ Moore this week. Sometimes that just happens. We got to put that. We can hope he gets 10. You know what I mean? Let's see, Frenchie. My tight end is Theo Johnson right now. He was good when he had Jackson Dart, man. Woo! Is Cade Otton available for the Bucks? Maybe you can rock with Cade Otton. Okay, so Darnell Mooney is available. I would grab Darnell Mooney. He's a wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. I would actually grab Darnell Mooney. That way, that's a receiver that can. I don't know if he's going to put up great numbers for you this week. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just because I know him and Kirk Cousins have a good rapport, but remember, Kirk Cousins hasn't played football since last year when he got cut around this time. And his first game this year when he had to play wasn't good. So hopefully with a week of practice and chemistry, for the last 7 games, I think it will be a good thing together. I'm just not sure what it will be this week alone. But I am telling you to pick up Darnell Mooney so you can have him longevity for the rest of the season. Like that's another good receiver you will have the rest of the season. And my streaming games today, I don't know. If I do, it'll be right after the show, and it'll only be for about an hour because I do have to pick up my daughter at 1:30. And then I work today at 4. Gotta go make some good food today at the kitchen. So I'm not sure if I will be on Today Gaming. I don't know for sure. Tomorrow, I don't have a stream via sports. So if I'm not on today for streaming for game for Twitch, then I will be doing it tomorrow morning when I wake up around 10, 11 o'clock and do it for a few hours. So again, we can talk football around that time if I do it tomorrow. But today, I don't think I will have time today, just given the time that it is now. And the fact that we've been here for 2 hours, kicking it, talking football, you know what I mean? And I've had no inclination of getting off because every time I hit a button, another comment come in. So, you guys have just been wonderful today. See, there goes another one from Antonio. So, right now it's football, right? You know what I mean? But no, today, because it's work day, my first work day on Wednesday, I'm on Monday, Tuesdays. So Wednesdays are normally harder for me to stream on Twitch when I'm gaming, just because I got a lot going on in the afternoon right after I get off here. So, and like for instance, if I have a shorter stream on a Wednesday, like we get off here at 10 or like 11, then yeah, I might have a couple hours. But when we are here for 2 hours talking football, it does make it a little harder to switch over to Twitch because I don't want to do just an hour of gaming and then have to get up because I have so much other stuff to do before I got to get ready for work. So Wednesdays are just a tad bit tougher. I do stream at night, but it's after I get off work. So that's around midnight, 1 in the morning to like 3 in the morning. So I do that every night. That I do every night because I don't sleep when I get off work because I'm just like up and wired from being in the kitchen. Oops. Didn't even know this was plugged in or not. Anyway, there we go. So I'm up and wired from being in the kitchen, so it's just hard for me to like get off work, jump in the shower, and just go straight to bed. So yeah, I use that time to sweat on Fortnite. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow, but not. I don't think today I will be able to get on. Hey, what's good, boss man? How are we doing, everybody? This is Boss Man Joe. This is the creator of R2L, Refuse to Lose. He is the idea behind FFC, by the way. Yes, he is actually the one that recruited Coach. I was just doing a podcast, and all you did was hear my voice. And I posted it one day, or I posted something about I used to post wins and losses on Instagram, and he is a Washington fan. And it's not that he didn't like what I said about Washington. He came on as a Washington fan and gave his piece, and I responded with that piece, and he was like, It's almost like I made him think. And mind you, what I said, I think the game even went that way. And it actually made him follow me. And he invited me to come and talk football on his R2L show. And so I used to actually come on this as a guest host or as a guest analyst. And then one day, just from my energy of being on R2L, boss man say, "Hey, Matt, we need to talk. I really think you need to have your own show on football." I was like, "For real?" And I'm not saying I took it for a joke, but I would say, in all honesty, I didn't take it seriously. To the point that he came back at me again, and I was like, "You know what? Let's do it." And then FFC was created. So that was 3 years ago. So, and we've been here for 3 years doing this. And I love being here. I love the show. He is the one that he says I am probably one of the most controversial people he knows. I will find a way to be on the opposite side. That's just, I love doing that. Like, because there's so many sides to a football story. You can't just stay on one side. You feel like this is going on, you all right. But let me play devil's advocate to you real quick. I like controversy when it comes to sports, But what we got? Hey, coach, guess who's in for? Oh, don't worry, Kev coming for you. Unless you beat Kev to stay number one, but that's awesome. That's awesome. And Joe had a really good draft this year. They actually, it was cool. The R2L League had their draft at the Washington Commanders. Was it the Skybox? I know they were at the facility, so they got to actually have the fantasy draft at the Washington Commanders facility. That was like so cool. And I was on stream basically doing the draft. So we did it by hand. We did it old school. Nobody had computers. I was the only one with the computer, and I put everything in at the end by hand at the end. And I had to draft 6 other people's leagues themselves because they weren't there. But it was Joe helped me out with that, just kind of guiding what players should go and making sure I take the right ones. And it was a fun experience. It was really fun. I hope we do it again every year. This is a tough league to be in, by the way. It really is. No scrubs can be in this league. It's hard. I was in it 1 year and I lost, by the way. I had Justin Herbert. Go figure. I think Justin Herbert is a stain to the R2L league. I had Javonte Williams when I was that year. Oh man, it was a rough. I think I lost. That was one of the I think only won 4 games, and I had to quit. Work got weird. Work in school got weird, and I actually had to not even play the rest of the season. I had to do an ice bucket challenge because I lost. That was cold. This league is brutal, guys. This league is brutal. What we got here? Congratulations, though, Joe. Congratulations being in first place. Got to get to so you're in the playoffs. First place. Got to hold strong. Antonio. My team is PPR. You got a quarterback, Drake May and Williams. Okay. Running back is Henry, Bucky, Travion, Quinshawn. Wide receivers are AJ Brown, Ted. Good job on Ted. Christian Washington and Alec Pierce. Tight end is Kelsey. You need some work in the receiving corps. Again, is Darnell Mooney. I'm telling everybody, is Darnell Mooney available in your waiver wire? Kirk Cousins is taking over the rest of the way. Is Darnell Mooney for the Atlanta Falcons in your waiver wire? If he is, he needs to be on your team. That will help your receivers out tremendously. Because that way you ain't got to play Christian Watson. You would actually be able to just play Tet or Mooney or Tet or AJ Brown the rest of the way. And you don't have to worry about Christian Watson. He can stay on the bench. Alec Pierce can stay on the bench. Yeah, man. It's been a fun journey. It's been a fun ride, man. It really has. And honestly, as a collective, one time we got over 100 followers. And then it got weird because we were all together. So when somebody wanted to see a certain sport, it's almost like you had to see everything. So then it kind of got confusing to fans. So what we had to do was we had to split up. We're still the R2L umbrella, but we got Carl talking college. Carl is probably one of the best analysts to talk college football. You got me with FFC. We've got the Red Corner for boxing. We've got the R2L main analytics show. Go to YouTube and just see all the channels. Just type in R2L, Refuse to Lose, and see everything we got. We got baseball with Teddy. And mind you, when I say Carl talking college, this ain't college football. College football and college basketball. He doesn't sleep. Buddy is on 24/7 work schedule. He should be the only person paid on salary in this organization. Buddy needs some time off, okay? We got Dave's Doghouse. Mess up. NBA, soccer, Stephen A. Mess up. You headed off to Dave's Doghouse, okay? What am I missing? What am I missing? AJ's got AJ and Joe have a basketball show. Vaughn has a basketball show. We've got a lot for you guys, and they're different entities of basketball with both of them. So Joe and AJ have I think they do specific teams. I know they do everybody, but I know they do specific teams that they like Washington, the Kings. Like there's specific teams that they do focus on and get a little bit more in depth. But they do talk about all the teams when it comes to sports with them too. They're just their own show. And then we got Vaughn, who is basketball. Like we have everything you guys actually need. You should really follow the R2L League. Like we are the entity of sports. We giving it all. Okay. Antonio, what should I do with the team? I assume I should trade a running back, but I don't know who. You should trade. That's easy. You should trade Derrick Henry. You got Bucky. You got Travion. You got Quinshawn, who's good. I would trade Derrick Henry, and I would trade Christian Watson for quite possibly a Jonathan Taylor or a Bijan Robinson. That's who I'm going for. Maybe even a Jonathan Taylor. I mean, a Josh Jacobs. But I like more comfortably if you could do a 2-for-1 and get a Bijan Robinson or Jonathan. You may not get Jonathan, Bijan for sure, because why? And running off their quarterback, the player could be scared. He may not have that kind of trust in Bijan like you have. So I would trade Derrick Henry. And mind you, who's on a winning streak right now? Like I said last week, if you weren't here last week, I said the Ravens, right? Does it look good? It does, right? So that's where this right now is the height of where you can get rid of Henry and bring in what did I just say? Bijan Robinson. That's what I would do. I would trade Christian Watson and Derrick Henry for Bijan Robinson. You're also 5-6, so you, sir, cannot lose another game. So I'm definitely looking to trade for Bijan Robinson. AJ is getting wasted in Philly. What's good, JM? You know what? The thing is, you're right. You are right about that. But here's the thing. Here's the problem. AJ was. I'm gonna be as nice as I can be, because I don't want to put disrespect on AJ Brown's name. He's a champion. He's a good dude. So I want to be very careful how I express this. AJ Brown was a Tennessee Titan, and he was heavily targeted. Right? You can say that. But there were certain things on his game, right, where me and Tomo. I mean, he's a glorified tight end. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But again, that's why I said I want to choose my words correctly. I don't want to disrespect him. Okay? He was heavily targeted in Tennessee, but then he left. He wanted to leave, or they wanted to get rid of him. Either way, he wasn't there no more. He went to Philly. His first stint there, he started griping because they were going to Smitty because the routes he were getting his first year were his tight end routes. It wasn't like it was. He didn't move like a wide receiver downfield. Okay, now he comes out the next year, drops 1,500 yards. He looked like a wide receiver. Comes out the next year, they win a Super Bowl. Now you come out this year, Philly is doing everything possible to get back there. And they don't want to get hurt. And they don't want no players to get hurt. So they're playing minimalistic ball just to win the football games. And now he's mad. The thing is, you can't please everybody. I don't think he's being wasted in Philly. He scored 2 touchdowns and won the Super Bowl. I don't think he's being wasted in Philly. But I think he's being wasted in Philly, if that makes sense. He's being wasted in Philly because he's wasting away in Philly. They're not wasting him away. He just won a Super Bowl with them. He just came off of a season with 1,500 yards with them. Then when he gets targeted a lot, he gets hurt. His knees. They know that. But they have other weapons on the field to play the style of football. They're 8-2. They have 8 wins and 2 losses. There is no way you can sit here and say A.J. Brown is wasted. But he is wasted because of the mindset that we're using, right? But if you were a teammate, what waste are you? See, we have to sometimes take fantasy football out of their lives. They did not sign up and get paid all this money for us to win fantasy football games. This is just an added entity. At the end of the day, he is on a football team to win a football game. And that's what they're doing. The only reason why he's complaining is because of the backlash he's getting for his fantasy football numbers. His over-under numbers in Vegas. You see what I'm saying? Other entities are what's wasting him away. But if you look at the core, the bareness of it, he's on a winning football team. What waste are you? You're doing your job, what I'm asking you to do as a coach. So you got to look at everything before we say Philly is wasting him away. Appreciate that, Joe. Appreciate that. I say, look at this regarding Ramondre. What we got? What we got for Ramondre? Patriots Ramondre Stevenson is targeting a return this week. Stevenson has been recovering from a toe injury he suffered in week 8. Fowler added that he expected New England to find a sweet spot in regard to Stevenson and Travion Anderson's usage. Oh, yeah, I know exactly where the sweet spot is. The goal line. The red zone. Possibly 3rd and 1. But who catching the ball in the open field? Travion. Who's getting 1st and 2nd down movement? Travion. So I'm not worried about him. I told you he's going to play. I even said they're going to play both. But I know who's going to have the majority of the touches. Travion. He's not going to vulture. Only thing Ramondre will vulture is a goal line touchdown. And that is if Travion just happened to not be in the play on that game. In the game on that play. That's the only way. Millie, what's good? What is good? Man, where you been? How you doing? How's your score doing? How's your record doing? How's your season going? I hope you're winning. Millie came in, I think, a couple weeks ago, man. We had a great discussion when he was here. And I got a good follow from him. I really appreciated that. What's good? I just dropped Golden for Watson. F it. I already got Love and quarterback, and I wasn't trying to wait for Golden to break out. But yeah, and he was another one with Genty. Like, it's harder for rookie receivers to break out. For instance, I give you a prime example. If the tight end for the Seahawks, the year DK Metcalf was a rookie, if that tight end would have never got hurt, we would have never heard of DK Metcalf. I had him on my team. I had him on my fantasy his rookie year. I told you, I go for rookies. I get him late, but I go for rookies. He was only averaging 3 catches. Now, that's a lot based on what they were doing. If you look at who was getting the target, it was that tight end and Lockett. So DK was getting scraps. Now, he was making his scraps work. That was the beauty of it all. But when that tight end went down, DK's 3 catches a game went up to 7 a game. DK went from giving me 9 points, 11 points as a rookie, 3rd string getting the ball, to giving me 17 to 25 points a game as a rookie because his numbers spiked that high. Okay. So the fact that it's not he didn't break out, it's the fact that they got a lot of weapons over there. They do. They have a lot of receivers in Green Bay, and he's fast. He's not chemistry fast with Love yet. And right now, because of where their record is, they got to scrap the rookie right now. And what they got to do is they got to get a lot of wins with what they have. So, unfortunately, you are right for letting Golden go for Watson, because why? Watson is the veteran on the team. and it looks like that glove is basically going more towards him now. So I would definitely, yeah, you made the right move there. See, I think this is your longest show. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I ain't mad at it. I am not rushing anything. Hey, Jacob, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Guys, by the way, for all of you that are tuned in, please, I would love it so much. Please like, subscribe, and share for Coach. Please, please, please. The more followers, the merrier. We could be here all day doing this. Look here. If you guys want, you get me enough followers, this could be my only job. Sitting in front of this camera in front of y'all faces every day giving you nothing but fantasy football advice. It could be. It could be. I got to work in the kitchen right now. Okay, I need the followers. I do. I need the followers. I need the subscriptions. I need the fan base. I need the community. But you guys are doing great, and I love every single last one of you for it. But please, please, please like, share, subscribe, and follow. And please do it on YouTube. Go to my YouTube page. That is where I need the followers to go. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this is basically FFC is based off of YouTube. I share to Twitter. I share to Twitch. I share to Facebook. But YouTube is where the base of my show is from. Let's see. Should I stick it out with Caleb Williams or play Brissett over him? Well, I like Brissett over. I do like Brissett over. Not Brissett. What is it? I like Caleb over the Steelers this week. Brissett is playing. Is it Monday night? Yeah. And no place like a Jeep wrap up. Actually, put on ads. Let's see. Yep. I'm going with Jacoby Brissett this week against the Jaguars. I still think the Jaguars will win, but I think Jacoby Brissett is going to have to put up basically this is basically what the Cardinals are going to do the rest of the way. You know what I mean? Like, who's got a 21-day window to come back? Did that just say Burrow? Oh, no, Gesicki. I was about to say. Okay, Gesicki. Nobody cares. No, I would go with Brissett this week. He's going to have to put up the same amount of numbers. Not Clay, he ain't putting up 400, but he's going to put up like 3-something. Maybe again, another 2 touchdowns again. So it's going to look, every touchdown will be towards his point. So depends on if he gets them early or late in the game. Could put up 3 because the Jaguars defense is okay. It's not great. But I think Jacoby Brissett will still have, for fantasy purposes, he'll have another great game. Emmanuel Wilson or Zay Flowers? Ooh. Is Diego, how you doing? Let's check on Emmanuel. Let's see what they're saying about Josh Jacobs. I do expect Emmanuel to play this week. I think I spoke this yesterday. With Josh Jacobs' knee injury and the fact that he avoided a serious knee injury, I do think they're gonna practice, but they're gonna wait to the end of the week for strategy purposes, so that way you can't game plan against Emmanuel. They're gonna wait to the end of the week to announce that Emmanuel Wilson will most likely start over Josh Jacobs this week. So I'm going to go Emmanuel Wilson. Now, if Josh Jacobs comes and starts, we may have to flex over to Zay. But for right now, I'm going with Emmanuel Wilson. Playing a tough team this week. Drake May, Woody Marks, Genty, Tet, Emeka, Zay Flowers, Kittle, and the Pats D. That's who you're playing against. You should be okay. It'll be close, but you should be okay. I'm not concerned about Woody Marks, and I'm damn sure not concerned about Genty. Tet, Emeka, and Kittle is what you really, and Drake May is what you really have to be concerned with. Maybe the Patriots defense, if they don't allow scoring. 17 points, you should be if you can score over 20 points on the Patriots, you're gonna that's where you will be okay. If somebody's 17 or under, the Patriots defense could be a deciding factor if you want to lose that game. Let's see. So now my wide receivers are Lamb, Rice, and Mbuka, Watson, and Franklin. I think I'm a little, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. You are solid at wide receiver. Are you in the playoffs now? Like, are you a game away? What's your record looking like right now? Just like that, and subscribe. Appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I like both Caleb Williams and I like Jacoby Brissett. Here is why I'm going Jacoby Brissett over Caleb. When I look at Caleb and I look at what they have to go up against Pittsburgh, yeah, I'm only going to get Caleb Williams hasn't had 300 yards all season. All season. He has not had 300 yards all season. His cap was 298. That was the cap. So could he give you 270? Could he give you 240? Yeah, that's where he'll be in. He only has 2 games under 200. One for 193 and one for 172. So he stays within the 200 realm. And they're pretty 207, 298, 212, 252, 285, 280, 220. So he's in that realm. But with Jacoby, yeah, he's got 320, 279, 261, 258, 452. Like, his numbers are up in the high 200s. And mind you, he's throwing the ball 44 times, 36 times, 31 times, 44 times, 57 times. They're not running the ball. They don't have any running backs. They literally are freaking the ball, throwing it. They're just flicking that bad boy in the air. But with a quarterback that can actually precisely throw. So that is why with this week, I'm going Jacoby Myers against Jacksonville in this game. And I still got Jacksonville winning this game. I just don't think the Cardinals are strong enough. But Jacoby Brissett will put up good enough numbers for you in fantasy. And if anyone has Henry, hold him. Don't sell at your deadlines. Henry season now, homie. Bobby. No. I'm telling people. Well, there's one person I told to sell Henry because of who he's trying to get. So his situation was a little different. But yes, right now, because of the win streak that the Ravens are about to go on, yeah, hold on to Henry. Absolutely. Certain people will need to use Henry as a bargaining chip. His Henry bargaining chip was to get a wide receiver, I believe. So he had to get rid of Henry. No. Bijan. We want Bijan. That's what it was. We were getting rid of Henry and another piece to get Bijan. That's what we're doing. And it's because Bijan and Kirk Cousins have a better rapport, meaning he gets passes. Remember, Henry is great. Henry does not catch the football. He just runs the football. And as good as it is on the ground, if Henry doesn't score a touchdown, all you get is 12 points because he had 120 rushing yards. You see what I'm saying? He's got to do a lot of work unless he gets a touchdown with the work. With Bijan, he's going to get passing, running, touchdown. He gets a lot of work in Atlanta. So for that trade, that was different. Origami, how we doing? If Brissett keeps playing like this, is it? I didn't think I was going to have to go there today. I gotta stress this one out. Let me explain something to you. Kyler Murray is an avid Call of Duty player, and Kyler Murray gets everything before everybody else. So in October, when he was out, he was playing Call of Duty, ranking up. Now in November, when Call of Duty comes out, let's check this out. So when Call of Duty came out in October for him, you understand that in week 6, he was out of football. He was out of football for 4 weeks. You know what they did? They didn't put him on IR. They said he was day to day with a foot injury. For 4 weeks, day to day for 4 weeks. Interesting. And then in week 11, mind you, within those 4 weeks, you know what else he had? A bye week. So he was out of football for 5 weeks. Okay. Then comes week 11. You know what they did? Now he's on IR. And the words that were used were to heal, rest and rehab. What was he doing from week 6 to week 10? I'm so confused. So yeah, Kyler Murray been benched. Sorry it did come up to you now. It ain't about if he keeps it ain't about if he keeps playing like this. He was benched in week 10 when they announced it after the game Jacoby had in week 10. The announcers themselves said, with the way Jacoby Brissett has been playing, how do you sit him for Kyler? They already mentioned. And then in week 11, all of a sudden, Kyler Murray's on IR. Buddy, the season's over. It's over. And here we are, another year with Kyler Murray missing by 8 to 9 weeks of football. Another year. He's done that his entire career, by the way. He plays for 5 weeks. He's out for 8. Then he comes back at the end of the season. Nobody noticed that? I did. I'm 6-5. I look so took some. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. Because of Penny. Yeah, I remember. and I'm glad you said that. I had to get my feelings out of fantasy and drop him in week 4. Here's what people need to understand about fantasy football. If you put your heart and soul into this, you're going to lose. You can't have a heart in fantasy. You can't have love for a player. You have love for this. I don't matter what Jameis Winston did. You got to have love for the W. I don't give a damn about nobody. I don't give a damn about the people I'm playing against. I don't give a damn about the players on my roster. Give me 3 bad weeks and watch how fast you come off my team. I'm going to hold you. You're going to be on the bench. You won't start. But give me 3 bad weeks on my bench. Goodbye. Because you gave me 4 bad weeks. Because I started you 1 week, you played like crap. I put you on the bench for 3 weeks and you played like crap. Get off my team. I'm not holding you. We have no heart here. There ain't no feelings. I love you if you score. I hate you if you don't. That's fantasy football. So it can't have feelings involved. You got to exclude it. You want feelings? Go get a woman. Show her you care. But when it comes to fantasy, you can't care about nobody. I'm actually scared of Woody against the Bills, D struggling against the run. I'm not scared of that. He's gonna have a good game, but I'm not scared of. At worst, he's gonna get. I don't see him scoring 2 touchdowns against the Bills defense. 1, maybe. I don't see him scoring 2 touchdowns against the Bills. No. And that's just if the Texans can go heavy run against the Bills defense, then maybe. It might be. Again, Thursday nights will show you some crap. Like, where has this been all season? Why do you want to use this now on Thursday night? So your fear is warranted, but Niori, if we can't have love, what makes you think we can have fear? No. We got to be numb to this game. You either do your job or you don't. Get off my team. Stay on my team. It's as simple and cutthroat as that. We are trying to win a fantasy football game, and you got money on the line. We trying to win some dollar bills. We ain't got time for fear. We have no time for love. We have time to make a decision, okay? And we got time to talk shit if it works and cry if it don't. Yeah, see, you did too. You got Bijan out of Henry. Absolutely. You sure did. And you won because of that. Because you had Henderson and you had Bijan. So that works out. Because yep, you traded away Henry and Wandale for Bijan a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah, man. Origami, you come in here, man. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make you laugh. That's just what I do. We're gonna talk football. We're gonna talk life. I got a lot of life lessons. I got a lot of stories about my life. We're gonna talk in here, but one thing we're going to do is we are going to have one hell of a good time. You come in here, we are going to laugh, and we're going to talk about players, and we're going to talk about football and have a great time. I promise you that. That is just all I know how to do is make people laugh, okay? I don't know how to do nothing else. I work all day. All I do is make people laugh. I'm sitting here cooking food and making you laugh at the same time. You know how tired I am when I get off? But you know what? If I make you laugh, if I cook the best food in this kitchen, guess what we got? Tips. You get happy. I'm happy. The restaurant stays open. We get a good review. You get some good tips. Everybody keeps their job. I go home tired, but I'm happy. You see how that works? Let's see. Do I accept an offer of Nico for Waddle? I'm 4-7 right now. Well, oh really? Okay. So you're in a different league. So if you win the last three, now some of these leagues do have an extra game where I think you could be 9-7 if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 9-7. Or 10-7, something like that. You have to win the next 3, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no. 7-7. 7-7. 7-7. So there's a 7-7. Oh, really? You must have beat certain people to get in at 7-7. That's gonna be good. Because technically it's really hard. 8-6 is the end, but 7-7 you can, depending on what side of the playoff, the side of the fantasy, the division you're on, and how bad that side is. So yeah, 7-7 can get you in. I did forget about that. So do you accept an offer of Nico for Waddle? That's tough. I feel like they're both in the same boat. And I'm a big Waddle fan, to be quite honest. I hate the Dolphins, but I'm a big Waddle fan. I really wish he would have gotten traded to a better team. He didn't. And he only put up 8 points against Washington with no quarterback. Well, good for you. You ain't got to worry about that. He's on a bye week this week. So I would not trade for Waddle. I mean, yeah. I would take that. Yes. Give him Waddle because Waddle's on a bye week. And right now, we cannot suffer bye weeks with a 4-7 record. So, yes, we do need to get rid of Waddle so we can bring in Nico and have a roster of no buys. We can't afford to have a good player out. We can't. We have to have all good players playing right now. So, yes, make that trade. Give him Waddle. You take Nico. You go win this week. You're right, bro. Went down to spot 9 in my league. Made a couple trades. Now I'm in spot 4, and they call me Millie Roseman. Hey, look here. That was how we do, don't it? That boy done finesse some trades and some moves and had built the best defense you ever saw in 2 years and went to the Super Bowl and won. Yeah. Any reference to a Roseman is always a positive, good reference. Always a good reference. No problem, man. All right, guys. So look, unless I get more questions coming in the next 30 seconds to a minute, let me put up my handle so you guys can tag me and ask me and continue running your mouth with me with football offline. So if you need to talk to Coach between now and Friday about anything that has to do with your team and football and any other decisions you want to make, and just continue to talk to Coach about football, stuff from the past, stuff from the history, stuff from now, stuff from a few years ago, just to pick at Coach's brain, I'm available on Instagram at Fantasy Football with Coach. You can find me on TikTok at Coach Coombs _5. You can find me on Twitter, X at FFC Coach Coombs, and you can find me on Twitch at Theme Park Gamers. Twitch is where I basically stream Fortnite and only Fortnite for right now. I'll play other games one day again. Madden, of course, too. But right now, I'm big on Fortnite right now. I'm just having a good time with it. It's a love-hate game. I hate it at times. I love it at times. But it's just one of those games that do keep me coming back because I enjoy it. It helps me. I get off from a long shift cooking in them kitchens and that hot flame. I like to get off and just shoot a bunch of people in the face. Call me crazy, right? But no, so that when I'm on there gaming, it's just a wonderful time to come on there with Coach and talk with Coach live about football. It's funny because I would talk to you guys when I'm talking football, and I'll have my microphone down, so the people that are in the game are like, "What?" So I got to explain to them that I'm talking through Twitch to my, to chat and stuff like that. So it's fun. It's fun. I can multitask. All right. But these are my handles. So if you want to just talk to me anytime, it does not matter. Coach, I got a question for you. Coach, I need your help. Coach, are you going to be here next year? Coach, do you do this? I'm here for all those types of questions. So please understand, you can just hit me up on these at any time, and I will respond back to you. But please, before you go, I need a like, I need a share, I need a follow for FFC. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Go to YouTube and please hit the follow button on YouTube, because that is my main platform for FFC. And let me go check these. I did get a couple comments in. See, I gave you guys some time. You got PS5. I don't play on it as much as my son's PS5. But I am going to start incorporating, because more Xbox Fortnite, but I'm going to start incorporating PlayStation Fortnite as well, because we, like I said, we both play. Me and him do solos. I solo. Me and him do. My son do duos. And he's a damn sweat. But I will start incorporating more PlayStation play when I do streaming as well. I have to, because I'm a part-time streamer, so I don't have a lot of hours to do. So I'm gonna have to find a way to break up Xbox time and PS5 time. So I will work that out very, 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 very soon. Do you play MMO games? Not yet. I haven't started doing those yet. Like I said, right now, I just came off Division 2 over the spring, because I played it a while back in 2020, and then I just noticed when I started getting on Twitch, I was looking at what everybody plays. A lot of people playing GTA roleplay, Fortnite, Marvel Rivals. What else were they playing? And, Fortnite and Call of Duty. So I saw the people playing Division like me. I'm like, okay, cool. And I started learning that this game kind of took off past when I stopped playing. I'm like, oh, wow. So I got to start catching back up. So that's what I was streaming the most of. And at one point, because of the multiplayer gameplay, it got boring in a sense. Like it was weirdly boring. And the Power Rangers dropped skins in Fortnite, and I was like, uh-oh, this looks kind of fun. And I've been on Fortnite ever since. Leave the Xbox. Oh, I know. I use it. So I got it for my daughter. And she's 6, and it's kind of like her first year gaming. And most of the games that she played were on the old Xbox. So to kind of keep her and get her into gaming, that's why I kept the Xbox. Got her the new Xbox this year or last Christmas when my son moved over to the PlayStation. However, I might be moving over to Stream Deck or the Stream Box, because they just literally dropped a game system or a PC system. So maybe not now. I want to see how it evolves, because I think right now it only shows at 60 frames per second. So I needed to do more. So but the fact that they're dropping a console, basically, that is huge. That is huge. And for me, just trying to move over to PC anyway, that's really, 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 really big. So I'm gonna keep my eye on that. But for right now, the Xbox doesn't bother me. I don't have any problems with it, to be quite honest with you. I've been to Xbox since it came out, so maybe that's why too. And I was PlayStation when it came out too, but I don't know. Personally, I have no issues with the Xbox. They're not going to sell like Sony yet. They're selling at $600. Now, the problem with Xbox is the new Xbox coming out is supposed to be $1,200. I wish I could put the middle finger up on live stream, because that's exactly what they deserve for that, because they already getting one from me for this $30 a month for Game Pass. Buddy, I got to buy milk. I'm sorry. I'm on a subscription for milk. Milk is $30 a month. So I'm sorry. I can't afford Game Pass for $30 a month. And then you want to tax me and make it $34? No, I'm so sorry. Game Pass. Fortnite is free. That's what I'm saying. I pay for the crew pass, and I don't need you to incorporate the crew pass so I can pay $30 for that. That's stupid. Like, you're robbing people. No, thank you, Xbox. You failed. And then you want to charge people $1,200 for your system where games actually don't look any different from, I don't know, the 360. No, thank you. All right, I'm sorry. At least PlayStation's development and games, you can actually see the core in evolution. I'm very sorry. I do not see the core and evolution in Xbox. I'm so sorry. And now you're going to charge $1,200 for this? Stream Deck, just come through. That's all I'm asking. Just come through. Oh, the Steam Machine. Oh, that's right. They do have yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Steam Machine is only going to sell for like $600. The one with the light strip, because they have the Stream Deck, which is the screen, and then the Stream Machine is the actual new system that came out. So I'm waiting to see how that evolves before I buy that, because it's supposed to work like a PC, but it's only at 60 frames per second. That's its height right now. So I need to see its evolution before I purchase it. I did that with Xbox. I never buy any system when it first comes out. I need to see not 600. It's at 60. It's at 60. It doesn't go up. It's not above 60 right now. No, not 600. Boy, if that was at 600, oh, take all my money. No, right now it only refreshes at 60 frames per second. So we have to see I want to see how that evolves in the next year or two from this one. So once that, because again, a regular PC, a built PC, their frames are amazing. So I see what they're trying to do, but at 60, that's a stoppage. So I just need it to be, if you have options for more, that's what helps the strength of it all. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it evolves right now. But right now, to me, PlayStation wins when it comes to that. The Xbox, again, like I said, it's just lucky I held on because of the fact that I've just been a fan of Xbox all this time, and the fact that when they dropped Game Pass, it was for the purpose of playing games that willy-nilly at a right price. $16 was amazing. $30? Xbox. How dare you? I got to pipe it up. I'm so sorry. All right, so with that being said, everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you. We have been here for 2 hours and 42 minutes. I think this is actually the longest show I have had. I will be back next week, next Tuesday and Wednesday for Week 12 recap and to get ready for Week 13. So please tune in and stay ready for that. Coach loves you guys. I'm out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.